What's up, guys? My name is Erik Carlson, and I just placed first at the Indianapolis Regional playing Yummy. Hakuna Matata asked me to record a deck profile for him, so we're doing that right now. A few shout outs before we get started. Just want to shout out my team, Team Savages, as well as Little Fat Tony and Salt and Friends. So let's get into the profile. Alright, for the main deck, we're playing pretty standard monster lineup. 3 Cupsy, 3 Cookie, 3 Lollipop. I think you have to play all 9. They're all 1-card starters, so open one of these, you're going to be able to play. I'm playing 2 Field Spell, I'm playing 1 Minion, and 1 Akroki. I think whether you're playing 1 and 1 or you're playing 2 Minion, either way, I think you do have to play 2 Field Spells. I liked Akroki more just because the pop effect. It comes up a lot, especially when you're going first, and even sometimes going second. Like into the mirror, I leave it in going second as a way to pop their field spell. Also, like going first into Vanquish Soul, sometimes if you have like extension, instead of placing minion with Snatchy, you can place a Croaky, and then if they Holy Sue you, you can pop the Holy Sue. That's just one less card that they have access to. I am playing only 1 surprise. I don't think 2 is wrong, but I just decided to play 1 because you're able to recycle it with the Link 2, and I just want to see how 1 felt. I don't think I ever lost a game because I didn't have the second surprise, but there are definitely games where I would like someone comes to me and I'm like, I wish I could search surprise here, but I already used it. But I don't think not having it ever lost me a game. But I would, I'm going to test it in the future, and there's a few cards that I might think about cutting to play the second surprise. We're playing 3 Engage, mandatory 3. Anything less I feel like is wrong. This is your best starter. This card's absurd. You're searching Hornet Drones with that most of the time. But I did decide to play the Widow Anchor. I thought that into decks like Ryziel or like Malice, that this might be like real, but I never wanted to search it, even going second. I did hard draw it one time, and I thought I was able to out a detonator with it, but the only times I ever really searched for it was if I had hard drawn the Hornet Drones and Engage, or if I drew 2 Engage. And then a couple times I was able to get a draw off searching the Widow Anchor because I just happen to have 3 spells in grave. Next, the best card in the deck, Triple Obedience Schooled. This card's absurd. This card does everything you could ever want. You do Beast Lock yourself, so you do like lose to some things a little bit. Like Dark Ruler, Board Wipes hurt, but you're going to have Surprise to be able to play through that. And then you're just going to have like Non-Engine as well. So this card is still really good, especially going second. You're able to bait out a few interruptions, and then you drop this, and the game's pretty much over at that point. This card allows you to OTK so easily, like even through D-Barrier. I OTK'd twice through D-Barrier with this card. Now for the Non-Engine. Playing Triple Fulos and Triple Prulia. These cards were really good at sort of bridging the gap a little bit when I was playing against Mitsu, because I played against 3 Mitsu. 2 of them were playing Ryziel cards, 1 of them was playing Fiendsmith cards, and so these were able to help a lot. Only this for the Fiendsmith stuff, but this for the Ryziel stuff as well. And just being able to make them make a half board, especially like game 1. If I like Fua them and they just decide to go like just play Ryziel cards and they're just on detonator, instead of playing into Fua, giving me like 1 or 2 draws and like getting Murakumo out. And if I can stop them from getting Murakumo out, it's a pretty good chance that I can win that game. Next we're playing Triple Ash. This is mainly just an out to Charmies. It has like other applications as well, but its best usage is to negate your opponent's Charmies. Triple Imperm. It's Imperm. good into the mirror. You can like imperm their Snatchy and like draw phase, so they can't synchro. You can imperm their Herald, just turns it off. And then I was playing Thrust in the main, triple Thrust. This card felt really good, like both going first and second. Going second it felt really good because either you could search for like something that could break their board, or if you like just need to play more, you just search Obedient Schooled. For the thrust targets in the main, for going first, I have Black Goat. This card is just really good into a lot of decks, really good into the mirror, calling Snatchy, really good into Victual Canine. If they like start their turn, Hollysu effect in hand to summon, call the Hollysu. Start their turn with Jokul, you call the Jokul, and then Jokul has to summon both, so you're not getting the second body out. This card is really, really good. I only played one Purge. This was the 40th card, so it's going to be this, the second surprise, or one Bell. I decided to go on this because it is technically an additional hand trap, and I can also search it, or search it off of Thrust, so like it has like 2 applications a little bit. I don't know, I might cut this. I might try to play 3, but I didn't really like playing 3 because it turns off a lot of your other cards. It turns off Ash, it turns off Kagari, it turns off SP, and I don't know, I feel like those... It's too many downsides. So I just played the 1. And then for going second, 1 Dark Ruler. This card was absurd. Just activate this, negate your board, and then I'm able to play. You may only have 1 or 2 interactions. I'm able to play full combo and then just outpace you the rest of the game, and then I win. I was playing 1 Talent. This card was absurd every time I drew it, or if I searched it off the rest. This card was great. 1 Called By for hand traps, mainly Charmies, and then I did Called By a Murakumo effect, just went back twice, I think. And that was really good. That's it for the main deck. We're going to move on to the extra deck. First things first, shout out my girlfriend Allie for being my Sky Striker token for the event. I love you so much, and you won me so many games. Thank you. We got triple Snatchy. You have to play 3. I don't think there's any reason you would ever want to play less than 3. There are times you go through all 3 on turn 1, and then... So I think 3 is mandatory. Kagari for the Sky Striker cards. Almirage to be able to turn normal summon Yummy into a Link 1 if you get Black Goated, or if you normal summon a hand trap, you can turn it into this and then play from there instead of normal summoning your Yummy and then say that gets outed and then you have no play on next turn. Doing this play at least ensures that if they out your hand trap or the Almirage, you have a play next turn with whatever Yummy you had in hand. Link Spider, if you get nibbed, you make this and keep playing. Or say they out your Kagari and you want to link 1 on field again, you can just turn the Striker token into a Link Spider, and then you have Link 1 for your synchro plays. For the Yummy synchros, playing 1 of each, 1 Cupsy, 1 Cookie, 1 Lollipo. You have to play all 3, I think. And there's no reason to play 2 of them, 2 of any of them, because they recycle themselves, and then also if they do end up in grave, the field spell can recycle them. For the level 3s, we got Middle Marcher and Starham. I think Starham was like absurd, especially being able to Obedient School, and then first action, your opponent's main phase, you make Herald. This card was insane for that. It also triggers the effects when they're summoned by Synchro Monster, all the main deck Yummy. So if you do this, you discard 1, summon back Cookie, you can pop a card on their field, which that came up a couple times. Metal Marcher came up when I was going for like double Herald boards, or if I wanted to make an SP, or if I just needed an additional body for something. This, and then you'd use a level 1 in hand to make your Herald. Uh, Playing 2 Herald. This card was absurd. I didn't play against any Draco Tail during the regional, but this card against Draco Tail is really good because whatever they use as synchro material just gets banished, and then they don't get the effects to set or anything. So this card kind of cooks Draco Tail a little bit. 1 SP. This card's as applications in every matchup, but into the mirror it's especially good. You banish the field spell, and then unless they can banish yours, you kind of win just automatically. And then this guy, the Fox, I'm not even going to try and say his name, but being able to recycle the Yummy Surprise is insane. You can also Yummy Surprise, target this, and another one of your light beasts shuffle back, and then you can summon this again on your next turn. So you could continue recycling your surprise if you wanted to. This also, the only other quick play I was playing was Called By. But so it can reset Called By, which I did once. It can reset Droplet too if you are playing Droplet, which is definitely good. Now for the side deck, Triple Lancia. Malice is still real. I did play against 1 Malice. This never ended up coming up. I never drew into it, but this is really good into Malice and like has some applications into Crystron. It doesn't like end their turn, but it's pretty good into Crystron. I would think about maybe like swapping like 2 of these out for Meowls because I am playing Sanctum, so I would like to have at least 1 for the thrust target. Because Meowls just has more applications against different decks, and Lancia sort of is only really good against Malice, but I would need to test that more. For the traps for thrust, I was playing D-Barrier. It's really good into like Draco Tail, into Mitsu. It's not great into the mirror because even like if you full combo, you're gonna want to use your synchro effects. If you don't full combo and you set this and activate it, they can OTK you with Obedient Schooled. So not great into the mirror, but for other decks, really good. Sanctum for Malice again. I drew this 1 time, and it didn't come up because he didn't have playable because he drew like 5 hand traps. And then Mutually Afraid Destruction. This is for Canine Vanquish Soul. Your opponent has to, or both players keep their hand revealed. It's pretty much what it does. And then if you have the same card in hand, neither of you can activate it. This card won me the 1 game that I activated in. My opponent had Holy Sued me, and then used the effect to summon, I ashed it, and then I went full combo, activated Thrust, set this, and then their hand was like Azuna, Mad Love, Raisin, Jokul, I think. And I just won the game from there. For the spells for Thrust, 1 Duster and 2 Dark Ruler. I felt like these were the best board breakers. I didn't love Lightning Storm because a lot of the time you will still have a card on board if you are able to, and then you search it with Thrust, and then it's kind of dead. So I liked Harpies better, but I could think like maybe Lightning Storm could find its way in the side deck again in the future. Especially against Canine Vanquish Soul, because that trap just like board wipe you and you lose. I'm playing 2 Solemn Warning, 3 Solemn Judgment. These cards were insane for me. Every time I drew them, they like had heavy impact. I Judgmented a few Raisin summons, which felt really good. There's just almost one Raisin I would Judgment, and then like if they had another card in hand, or if they had another starter in hand, like my engine could just play through that at that point. Yeah, these were really good. I did Warning a Mitsu Ritual that was going to summon a Murakumo, so that like saved me a game there. But yeah, these cards were really good every time I drew them. And then I was playing 1 Gozen. It was between 1 Gozen and Rivalry. But I decided just to play the Gozen because Herald is not a beast, unfortunately. So you can still have your Heralds up and play Gozen, and I feel like it sort of hits the same decks. There's not really anything that dies to Gozen that doesn't also lose to, or that dies to Rivalry that doesn't also lose to Gozen. So I feel like it's just an extra card in your deck, in your side deck, that says that you win the game when you activate it, and I feel like there's already a good amount of cards in the side deck that do that. And that's it for the deck profile. Thank you to Hakuna Maidata for having me on for this deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe.